Hello and thank you for watching. Today we're going to discuss how to be a consistent, profitable trader. So please note that the information presented is educational and general in nature and does not take into account your personal circumstances, financial needs, or objectives. It is not specific advice for any particular investor. Investment in financial products involves risk. You should either assess the advice yourself or seek the help of a financial advisor. Note that past performance of financial products is no assurance of future performance. Therefore, before making any decision about the information provided, you must consider the appropriateness of the information in this presentation, having a regard to your objectives, financial situation, and needs. Enlightened SuperTrader Education is a registered business name and education initiative of Noetic Universal Trading Inc. This is not an offer to deal in any financial product. So our mission is to create the possibility of transforming traders through education and inspiration that will make a difference in their lives through discipline, integrity, excellence, and self-awareness. So what's our objective within this presentation? One, to introduce who we are, who Enlightened SuperTrader Education is, and who I am as your current mentor and peak performance coach. So the other part of the objective of this presentation is simply to discuss on how to become a professional trader, especially how to be a consistent, profitable trader, how to be part of the 25% of successful traders that make money in the markets, how to have the edge to make your trading a success, why your trading style might not be fit with your current trading style and how you can change it, and also current challenges and why traders are not consistently profiting from trading. So based on about us, simply the company got founded, or I founded the company in 2003 in Melbourne, Australia, before I moved to the United States. And now it's currently located in Silicon Valley, San Francisco. We have a trader dojo in Santa Clara, based in the heart of Silicon Valley. So if you ever come to San Francisco or to the Bay Area, please do not hesitate to contact us at estetraders@gmail.com, and we are more than happy to accommodate you and assist you when it comes to your trading. So simply, in our program we focus mainly on the learning process to be a consistent, profitable trader. We just do not teach a trading system alone. I believe a trading system is a very small scale in terms of success, in terms of consistency in trading. Our approach is mainly more of the holistic approach of the mind, body, and spirit. So in other words, we are very strongly part of our education is mainly the mindset part, the psychology of trading in conjunction with the trading system and trading methodology. So simply like sport, our philosophy is simply based on a martial art philosophy that you can learn how to punch, you can learn how to kick, you can learn the technique, and you can apply the technique simply on a bag or on a kicking pad. However, the question is, how can you apply that technique or that theory in real time? Since the market is also moving, similar to when you're competing or you're fighting against another person and two people are moving, that's when it's very challenging. So how can you apply the technique in a real-time environment? Not like, say, for example, if you're attending or going through a weekend seminar when everything is all closed, when the markets are closed. It's so easy to basically demonstrate something that, okay, here it is, we bought it at this price, we exited at that price. How about when the market is moving? How can you spar the markets and apply the theory in real time? Now that is the challenging part. So if you can maintain that, and you can learn the theory in real time and you're practicing that, where you're also having unlimited support, a lot of feedback, then imagine the retention rate when it comes to your learning process. Our program is very unique, where you can't find it anywhere else. It's currently being trademarked, and I guarantee you, in terms of the experience, you can only be able to find that in any educational company or any education industry or training somewhere else. So we focus on world-class trading technique based on the beauty of trading principle. Like I say, it's also a holistic approach. What the beauty we have, we do a lot of meditation, visualization, and we look in terms of the emotions straight away. So depending on the member, if they say they lost money, so why did they lose money? So did they follow the plan? If they did follow the plan, then what else did they do that affected their trade? So, however, they followed the process correctly and they profited, and that means then that they are in their inner being from top to bottom, basically in the zone. So we focus on quality, not quantity. I totally believe that in order to be in this game, not everyone will be an elite trader. Not like everyone will be a world champion in terms of some particular sport or an Olympian. There's always going to be a winner, there's going to be a loser. Trading, unfortunately, is a zero-sum game. Either you win or you lose. There's nothing basically in between. So if you did win, that means that your practice, your planning and preparation is to the T, compared to, say, if you lost, and that means that you're not well prepared, you didn't plan well, or you need more learning need more practice when it comes to your trading. We focus on discipline, integrity, and excellence. I believe that integrity is one of the highest values there is when it comes to trading. Simply, it means that it's an honor of man's word, that if you say you're going to do it, make sure you do what you say, which creates the disciplinary aspect to be meticulous. And if you do that and you apply that, then you'll achieve excellence. We are not after perfectionism, because if you're already perfect, then there's really nothing there for you to move forward. So if you're already perfect, there's nothing there for you to learn. So we just maintain the excellence, and we do the best of who can be simply as a trader. So over the past 3 years, we've been in the finalists in terms of the trading education and our trading courses, simply based on the exemplary of what we give out in terms of the service to the community when it comes to trading. So basically who I am, my background, I started trading in 1998, left work in 2002, I've been a professional trader since 2002, so for the past 13 years I've never worked in the corporate world, and my mainly focus is simply trading and now mentoring and teaching, as this is also one of my passions. Aside from teaching and coaching in Taekwondo, is also now teaching and coaching in trading. And the reason being is because in my sport of Taekwondo and also Jiu-Jitsu is no different when it comes to trading. It's a psychological warfare, and at the same time it helps me express myself as a trader in terms of the art of trading, similar to the art of martial arts. So as an educator, also a peak performance trader coach, simply means that I will push the student to be the best who they can be, and giving them feedbacks as much as I can, correcting their techniques to improve their skill set in order to gain the experience. And as an elite athlete, this is where my experience comes into play, and has been there, done that, simply from a club level all the way to a world-class level. And similarly, when it comes to trading, there's also really good similarities, that you can't just trade and go automatically and trade with institutional against with the professionals. If you're a novice trader and new, even intermediate, and you don't have enough information, and you're competing against elite traders out there who have a lot of experience and knowledge, it's like you're competing against a black belt. So to compete against a black belt, you need a lot of training, you need knowledge, you need skill set, you need practice. So since 2000, actually in 2002, 2011, I started writing a book, and so I wrote Why You Could Be Destined to Fail in Trading, How You Can Avoid It. It's a book/workbook that has a lot of exercises in regards to the mental game and the mindset basically of trading, and how you can change all your current bad habits to new habits, seeing whether if trading is really for you based on your emotions. So what's causing you to be fearful? What's causing you to have those negative emotions? Because in trading, once you execute, there shouldn't be no form of regret. By the time you execute the trade and you take full responsibility and you're accountable with that trade, then there's no looking back, basically. Right? So let's go through and why do traders lose money. One is because of the lack of education. That is a fact. It's so interesting to see that with thousands of traders that I've seen, they're willing to lose thousands and even millions of dollars, but they're not willing to put money in terms of their education. Guys, trading is just another profession. Imagine going to a doctor and you're about to go to surgery, and then you found out that the doctor's certification and experience, basically he learned it from watching a DVD or reading via a book or going to a 2-day or 5-day trading workshop, or sorry, workshop when it comes to being a doctor. Will you trust that doctor? Will you go there? So, if trading is a profession and you don't have enough education, then the question I want to ask you is that if you're inconsistent at this point in time, then why learn it by yourself? Trading is a profession where if you're doing it by yourself, the odds and probability that you're not going to make it to where you want it to be is very unlikely. Trading, in my opinion, is that you cannot be successful on your own. You need someone there for you. You need a mentor, you need a coach. Watch the movie The Short Game. It's currently on Netflix. Highly recommend it. So if you love sports, if you like sports, you will never see a professional athlete or an athlete without a coach. They can't be there to the top without having a coach. So if your goal is you want to make money consistently in trading, then guys, get a coach. Learn on how to be a consistent, profitable trader. We're more than happy to assist you with this. Get in contact. Our website is www.estetrader.com. ESTETRADER.com. Email us, call us, and we're more than happy to give you a call and have a free consultation based on where you're at when it comes to your trading. Lack of skill. Of course, when you have lack of education, then it's just obvious that you will have the lack of skill and lack of knowledge. So if you have lack of knowledge and lack of skill, then also have lack of experience. If you are trading, you want to be a full-time trader or even a part-time, full-time trader, you need to practice. Unfortunately, there is no easy way out when it comes to successful trading. You need to put the time and effort into it. Sometimes it'll cost money, but it doesn't have to be that big amount of sums of money. Now, if you are new to the trading game and you want to day trade stocks, by law, for SEC rules, you need to have a minimum of $25,000. Who would have $25,000 basically to burn as a newbie? You might as well go to the casino, Las Vegas or Nevada, and use that money and have a good time, rather than using it basically from trading. Or it's either that or use that money to buy a house or some form of investment property, rather than using basically from trading. So for us, we use currencies as a form of a learning vehicle. And the reason being is that with the same amount of experience in terms of the mistakes, you don't need to lose $25,000, $5,000, $1,000 to gain the same experience when you're trading Forex. Forex actually has a lot more advantages and benefits when it comes to learning. So if you want to know more, call us, and our website is www.estetrader.com. Email us at estetraders@gmail.com or contact us at estetrader.com. Okay, so those are the two sites that or email addresses that you can do. And a lot of traders are not aware within themselves. We see 180 degrees that's in front of us. We do not see the 180 degrees that's behind us. That is the difference. So if you're doing this by yourself, then how do you know whether if you're doing the right technique or not? Whether if you're following the system or not. So that is the disadvantage if you're doing it by yourself. When you're in a team environment where, just imagine this, you have a trading partner and you have a team that's supporting you each and every time that you're going to place a trade. Wouldn't you love that type of environment where people are helping you, correcting your technique? And also, and by the time you are getting to the intermediate advance and now you're helping others, imagine the retention rate once again. Are you being objective? So by the time you're teaching, you're talking and walking and talking the talk, walk the walk. So that's what you need. compared to if you're doing it by yourself. Now, the awareness is so important when it comes to trading. The majority of why the traders lose money is because they are in what we call the unconscious incompetent state, meaning they don't know what they don't know. So they only, simply when someone's new to trading, and there is a plethora of information when it comes to trading, you're only limited to the amount of information you currently have within that moment, or within that stage. So there's still a lot, if you're new to the trading game, there's still a lot of things that you don't know what you don't know when it comes to trading. When I started trading, I thought that I knew about trading. In actual fact, after meeting professional traders, I didn't really know about trading. Not until they showed me the mechanics on how to trade properly, and then to fully understand how price is being operated, going through the trading floor, looking at everything, having a third's eye view, and this is where I finally got that in order to trade the markets, to have an edge, there is more than to just having a trading system, trading indicators. So these are the things that you really need to, that if you want to be a professional trader and to be a consistent profitable trader, you need to have that extra tool, which is now what we call the third dimension of trading. Knowing the mechanics of price, knowing the mechanics behind the scenes of a chart. Okay, traders either buy or sell way too late. Traders follow the crowd and do not have a trading strategy. Traders trade based on news, and last but not least, traders cut out good trades and keep the poor ones. This is basically studied by Terry Odin. You can Google him. He is a researcher, basically in the mid-90s, based in UC Berkeley in the financial department, and he basically, this is what he found, that the reason why traders lose money is because of this explanation that I did based on these statements. And he has found as well that day traders who trade the stock market will lose 100% of the time. Very, very interesting. So what are the common challenges of traders? 1. Not knowing when to enter and when to exit. And that is a fact. Probably if you part of our survey, this will be on the top 3. Right? Not knowing when to enter and when to exit. Yes, so but we can help you with this as well. Fear. Now, fear of losing fear of execution, fear of success, fear of missing out, fear of taking profits. Especially the fear will always come into play during trading, sometimes even before, especially the fear of execution. So if you're the type of person who is very logical and will think way too much, and then you're still hesitating, my recommendation, don't even trade, don't even execute. Right? It's very important just to have that awareness that, hey, I don't feel comfortable right at this point in time, so if I do feel uncomfortable, then what are you going to do? Then don't trade. Then maybe perhaps trading is not for you. However, if you still would like to trade, give us a call. We're more than happy to assist you, like I said, and we're more than happy to give you a free consultation on where you want to be when it comes to trading. The disciplinary aspect. Do you know that to maintain discipline in trading is very challenging? So especially what if you're a type of person who who wants to do this by yourself? Like I said, the chances and odds that you're going to be successful in this trading game if you're going to do it by yourself is very, very slim. Missing minor details, looking at the overall picture, or not even looking at the overall picture. So in other words, not being meticulous. So if you're not being disciplined, then it's automatically that you're not being meticulous. Of course, consistency. So the consistency is based on a lot of variables, a lot of different factors. Lack of knowledge, lack of resource, the mindset aspect, so a lot of limiting beliefs, a lot of negative self-talk, and also lack of support, right? And hence, when you have these factors, then it's automatic that you will have lack of confidence, and when you have lack of confidence and fear and hesitation, you won't be able to pull the trigger. Staying in the trade too long because of greed or wanting more and no longer being objective, reading where the market is basically telling you that if the market tells you to get out, you got to get out, but instead they stay way too long. Not following your own set of rules, in other words, a lack of integrity, not having the right system, so that's the right fit for you. These days, you can buy any type of trading system and everything's all about marketing. So a good example is that if you bought a trading system that fit for day trading, but what if is your personality and profile is not a day trader, then you're screwed, right? Then it won't work for you. Your profile and behavior should be in sync with the trading system that you'll be using. It's like driving a car. So if you're a type of person who don't like speed and you're driving a Formula 1, what are the chances that you're going to crash the car? More than likely that you're going to crash the car. Mindset, of course. So if you're doing this by yourself and you don't know what you don't know, since you only look at 180 degrees that's in front of you, and mainly and especially if you're trading with the three-letter word, the ego, then you're going to be in trouble. Lack of persistence. So the majority of retail traders who don't pass through a 3-month, even a 3-year period is because of lack of persistence, especially when they see the results losing 3 in a row, 4 in a row, 5 in a row. And then what happens when they get a lot of confidence, they get disappointed, bam, then they basically leave, right? Then I'm not cutting the losers, by the way. So once again, I've heard way too much that one of the important ones is being pretty much the win-to-lose ratio and the reward-to-risk ratio. Now imagine this, guys. If you have won 5 in a row, and the wins are not as big as the loser. This one losing trade, just because they're saying like, well, I'm hoping that he's going to come back up, and all of a sudden it keeps dropping. With one trade can wipe out all your 5 winning trades. If you have a self-talk of let me think about it, so these are type of traders that who will always will not react. There's a lack of commitment, lack of integrity, in other words, and also lack of trust and that belief within themselves. Then when it comes to their trading, it will be the same effect. Remember that what you do in one thing, you do basically in everything. So why is it a challenge? One, the world is revolved around what we call the have-do-be rather than the be-do-have. So I'll give you an example. For example, if you're focused just on making money, and you say, well, if I make $10,000 a month from trading, and then I do the act of trading, then I will be successful. This way I will be committed, I'll be seeing myself being rich, being determined, and being disciplined. Unfortunately, this is against the law of the universe. It is imperative to see yourself first as being successful, being disciplined, being committed, being rich, being wealthy, being determined. Then you do the act of trading, then you will have whatever you want to attain in terms of your result. This is simply the normal law of attraction or normal law of manifestation. It comes first from your being. Imagine if you're an athlete and the coach basically tells you, oh, don't wait for me to see you that you're a champion, as you prove to me that if you win, then you're going to be considered as a champion. How would you feel? Now just imagine that you have a different type of coach and basically telling you that you're a world champion, train like a champion, act like a champion, be like a champion, and then when the time of the competition happens, all you gotta do is just perform and be yourself, and guess what? Do you think would be the end result? Then you're gonna be a champion. So that is the law of what we use in terms of the trading principle. First, you see yourself as being successful, being a professional trader, act like a professional trader, think like a professional trader, sleep like a professional trader, be disciplined, be committed, be motivated. Then you practice, trade, learn, then you will have whatever you want to attain and you have in terms of your goals. And that's basically just the end result of who you are as a being, a person. Okay, very important. So this is simply a flow chart of our principle, which is basically trademarked. So each and every time we trade, you can see here that it's very important for our students that they need to know their level of awareness of who they are basically as a trader. How do they feel in that moment? Are they in a positive state of mind, negative state of mind? If a negative state of mind, then we don't trade. Is it incongruent to who we are? So if we are saying that, say for example, I'm a consistent profitable trader, and my state of mind is in a negative state of feeling, how can I say to myself that I'm a consistent profitable trader if I'm fearful or I feel lousy? Then it's not incongruent, then don't even trade. However, if you are incongruent, then is it also incongruent with your beliefs and value systems? If so, then you do and start to trade. And there's 5 action steps when it comes to our process of trading. The having is just the outcome. That if we follow everything from the being, which is now the mind, and the body, which is the technical aspect, then the end result is just either you win or you lose. Plain and simple. So number 2, the beliefs and values are not even congruent with the trading system. Example of beliefs are simply, let's define a belief first. A belief is mainly a collection of experiences based in the past that we hold it as truth to ourselves, which either they limit us or they support us. For example, I can learn how to trade on my own. Is that a limiting belief or a supporting belief? Yes, it is a limiting belief. I can double my money in 3 weeks. Is that a supporting belief or a limiting belief? Yep, it is a supporting belief. Trading is hard. Yep, that's a limiting belief. I am disciplined. That is a supporting belief. I am a consistent profitable trader. That is a supporting belief. 6 months is too long to be profitable. That's a limiting belief. So what are the belief systems that you may have when it comes to trading? So when you have time, after listening or watching this video, I want you to write down what belief systems you currently have at this point, and then categorize them, whether if it's a limiting belief or a supporting belief. And it will be mind-boggling on how much you may have in terms of limiting and supporting. If you have more supporting than limiting, fantastic. Then focus on the limiting ones to make it a supporting one. But if you have more limiting beliefs than supporting, then you have a lot of work to do. Highly recommend, give us a call, contact us at ESTEtrader.com, and we're more than happy to have a look and basically assist you when it comes to your trade. So one of my mentors, Marshall Siebert, stated that in order for you to change, you must change. So it is imperative to know your personality profile, whether you're the type of person who is conscientious, meaning that are you responsible, are you persistent, are you committed? And then you need to know whether you're the type of person who is neurotic, whether you're highly neurotic or low neurotic, meaning that you're the type of person that can control your own emotion. Now, if the emotions control you, then you are basically going to be in trouble. But if you can control that emotion, then excellent. Then that means that you won't be able to micromanage basically the account. You can follow rules, you can follow the methodology, perfect. And it's also very important whether if you're risk averse or a risk taker, or you're even a risk tolerant. So this 3-dimensional profile right is very important. It will dictate the style of type of trader you are as well, whether if you're a day trader, a momentum trader, a swing trader, or a trend follower, or even basically an investor. Highly recommend to get a mentor, get a coach like a dojo. You can't beat a black belt if you don't have the skill set to beat them, or you don't have enough information to see the 180 degrees that's behind you. Number 3, in terms of a challenge for traders, because there's no or limited level of self-awareness, no or limited level of trading skill, and trading basically for the wrong reasons. So meaning that you need to know why you are trading. What is your purpose? What is your vision? What is your mission? So if your answer is to make money, then trade to make money. Then would you rather trade to be right, or rather than trade for profit? So if you're trading just to be right, then be careful. Then that means now you are now trading based on your own ego. We cannot use our own ego when it comes to trading, because the market doesn't really care about us. It doesn't care about our own opinions and our own personal beliefs. What we need to care is what the market dictates. That if the market goes up, then we go up with them. The market says to go down, we go down with them. The market says to hold, then we hold with them. So objectivity is very important when trading the markets. I'm going to show you in terms of the 5 stages of learning based on the beta half trading model. Now, if you're a newbie, meaning that you're a white belt, then you're in an unconscious incompetent stage, meaning that you don't know something. What does it mean? Based on technical skills, you don't have much, either none or very limited. Based on emotional skills, if you're not aware, then you have limited self-awareness or no self-awareness. And part of the beliefs are, I can get rich quickly, I can do this myself, I will learn how to trade from reading books, going to a wicked seminar, I don't know where to start, I'm overwhelmed by the information given, and the end result, no trading, major losses, occasional wins. Second stage, when you're in a yellow belt, is where you're conscious incompetent, meaning you're now aware that you are incompetent at something and hence something needs to be done. Technical skills, you're learning a trading system or method. Emotional skills, still poor, limited level of self-awareness, still highly neurotic, and the reason is because, of course, when you don't know a system, you don't even trust it, then it is common to have fear. And the beliefs are still simply, I can get rich quickly, I can do this myself, I will learn how to trade from reading books, I want to know the Holy Grail, I know I can make the system better. Results, inconsistent trading, inconsistent results, and frequent drawdowns, which is still pretty normal. On the third stage is that if you're a type of person and it's still been lasting for about a year or two, how are you still getting the inconsistencies? You make money, you lose money. And this is where the stage where you no longer blame basically the system, you're no longer blaming the markets, you finally realize and you address that there is something wrong, and that something is you. So from here, you learn that trading plan is important, you understand risk and uncertainty of trading. Based on emotional skills, you learn to be aware about yourself, you learn about your emotional needs, your belief systems, your value systems, and hence the beliefs now are, I know I will get there, so there's an end basically from the tunnel. I need a mentor or coach before my trading gets worse. I now know that the problem is me. I can do this and I will improve my trading, and the result is that you get periods of consistency and still inconsistent results too. So by the time you get to the 4th level, which is the conscious competence stage, you develop a skill in that area, but you have to think about it. Here's a good example. I want you to do this exercise. I want you to grab a pen. Come on, grab a pen right now. And you should have a piece of paper next to you. Let me know when you're ready. Okay, good. I want you to write your signature. So now I'm assuming that you're using your dominant hand. Write your signature. Good. Switch it now to your other hand, to your less dominant hand. Write your signature. Did you see the difference in terms of the result? When you used your dominant hand, you don't even think about it, you just write your signature. Now, once you are using your less dominant hand, then all of a sudden you start to think about it, but it's not the same result as your dominant hand. This means that you're in a conscious competence state. You develop skill in that area, but you have to think about it. Part of technical skill is that you have a plan, you trade the plan, there's a development of proper risk management, money management, and profit maximizing strategies. Your emotional skills starts to be mindful and aware of self. And part of your beliefs system now is simply, I am following my own trading system, I understand the importance of risk management, money management. I know that mindset is more important than system. My mentor and coach is doing a great job. The result, long periods of consistency. The last stage is where you get to a black belt level, or the unconscious competence stage. Similar to when you wrote your signature, this is where you're good at it and now it comes to you naturally. You can even close your eyes and you just write your own signature without even thinking about it. And here, when it comes to trading, that your trading system is now mechanical. Trading methodology is part of you. You're not trading in the zone, in the mind, body, and spirit. You're confident, you have full awareness of self and being mindful of oneself. Beliefs are, I choose to trade whenever I want to trade. It's not because I need to trade. I don't think, I just do. I am one with the market. I trade in the zone. Results, trading takes care of the results and consistency is basically maintained. That is where you want to be at. And this is our program, where we label you from a beginner, intermediate, and advanced. However, now once you have the consistency, and once you're now in a black belt, it's just a matter of just being aware in terms of the consistency of the awareness. Okay, like Bruce Lee says, that in terms of martial arts principle, truth has no path, truth is living and therefore changing. Awareness is without choice, without demand, without anxiety. In that state of mind there is perception. To know oneself is to study oneself in action with another present. Awareness has no frontier, it is giving your whole being without exclusion. So which stage or level are you at this point in time? Is it level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Okay. So if you need assistance in terms of your trading, please don't hesitate to give us a call or email us at contact@estetrader.com or estetraders@gmail.com. Our website is www.estetrader.com. Alright, I'm going to go through the 5 simple steps on how you can be a consistent, profitable trader. Okay? Step number 1 is scoping the markets. First is you need to ask, who do you have to be in this state? Well, you need to be focused, you need to be calm, disciplined, motivated, and committed. What action steps do you have to take? Simply, preparation is a very important element when you're scoping the market. So based on knowledge and experience on technical analysis and fundamentals. So here is an example, like in terms of scoping the markets, we can see that there's a potentiality that there's a signal to basically buy, being at a level of demand, the trend is up, being in an uptrend, the possibility that this is going to continue to go to the upside is more than likely to happen. Step number 2 is finding your evidence. Each and every time that you're trading, to increase your probability of winning, don't just go in for the sake of going in. That is actually the number 1 mistake of a rookie, is simply trading impulsively without having enough evidence. So if your evidence is only a trading system, then you are in trouble. It's not enough in order to increase one's probability. Okay, so to find the evidence, simply saying, who do you have to be? You need to be focused, you need to be patient, you need to be calm. What action steps? By being meticulously looking for evidence based on multiple time frame analysis, look at the macro fundamentals, looking at price objectively, not subjectively. Okay, multiple time frame analysis, your trading style based on your personal behavior. Okay, so in this particular case, part of the evidence is that, hey, we have a methodology. One, there's a lot of evidence right there. It's oversold, it's a level of demand, it's an uptrend, and there is an entry to basically go long. Alright, the next step is execution. Who do you have to be? You need to be confident, focused, calm, and courageous. So in this particular case, if you're in a fear-based environment, then don't trade, don't even execute. Close your computer, do something else. Because if you have enough evidence and it's giving you a high probability, 90%, 95, 100% probability of winning, for me, I don't even blink, I just basically execute. It's like playing cards. If you have a royal flush, what are you going to do? What if you have 21? What are you going to do? So it all depends on what you have in hand, right, in terms of probability. What action steps do you have to take? Well, follow your system and method. They're very simple. So in this particular case, it's an area of demand, and there's a buy signal. It's basically oversold. There's divergence happening, and it met the trigger area, and it's simply saying to buy. So in this particular case, we don't hesitate, we just buy. The defense. So what is your defensive strategy? Well, who do you have to be? Focus, calm, discipline. What action steps do you have to take? Follow your rules, system, and method. So if you have an offensive strategy, then you also need to have a defensive strategy. Your defensive strategy is simply your target point and your stop loss. As a form of an exit strategy, there's only two things that you can do. Take your stop or take your target point. When you're taking your stop, then make sure you to be responsible for that stop. That you are, if you say to yourself that I am happy with the amount of money I'm willing to risk, then so be it. When you accept that, then technically there is no emotion of regret because you already accepted it. Now if it goes to your target point based on the probability, then even better. So in this particular case, the stop is the lowest risk. Right, based on an uptrend, based on our strategies, there are different ways that we'll put in terms of stop depending on the profile of the member, based on a risk averse, risk taker, and a risk tolerant. Okay, and then for based on targets to be objective, we use Fibonacci, or we basically look at supply levels from a demand point of view. So we have a different profit maximizing strategy that we can utilize and we can use. Step number 5 is simply just the result. Simply in terms of the who do you have to be? Simply focus or calm. There's really nothing you can do from there. Either you win or you lose. What action steps you have to take? Wait and be patient. Patience is a very important element when it comes to trading. Let the market do its thing. We have a mantra in our trading methodology that there's an entry, stop, and target points. Entry, stop, target points. Okay, in this particular case, if you can see right there, there's the result. All 3 target points have been taken, and there's also profit maximizing strategies, of course, that we can use. So be patient. This is based on your intention. Do follow the action steps with no shortcuts. Have win or lose. Be grateful. All right. So those are the 5 action steps. So here are some examples based on real results, based on our methodologies, based on these 5 simple rules based on trading. And we have 3 different methods in this particular case. So if you notice, there's 3 different methods that were used and 3 different exit points. Right, so 43 pips, 167 pips, 40.5 pips based on that, and it went further. Here's a much bigger one, 368 pips. There's a no-brainer. Here's a momentum trading from 0.6 all the way down to 112. Here's one of our members who consistently profits on a monthly basis, has a win-to-lose ratio around 60% to 70%, and makes an average between 20 to 30% basically a month. So to summarize it, to win the battle of trading consistently is to find enough evidence that will support your logical explanation of why you have to enter the trade. Similar to being a lawyer, if you can convince the jury based on factual evidence that you are confident and certain that you can win, then execute with confidence. As Jesse Livermore basically stated, that to invest or speculate successfully, one must form an opinion as to what the next move of importance will be in a given stock. Speculation is nothing more than anticipating coming movements. In order to anticipate correctly, one must have a definite basis for that anticipation. So, if you have any questions for myself, my name is Reynaldo, last name Soriano, please email us at estetraders@gmail.com or contact us at estetraders.com, or give me a call at 650-390-7104, that's 650-390-7104, and I'm more than happy to assist you with your trading. So we always have free workshops. The next workshop will be online, it will be next month, and also in the office at the dojo, both online and in the office. So if you want to know more, go to our website www.estetrader.com, www.estetrader.com, or give us a call once again at 650-390-7104, or email me at estetraders@gmail.com or contact us at estettrader.com. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope that helped you out today. I know that trading is easy. Of course, it's also very challenging if you're new to the game, but it comes way easier if you are being held and also you're being assisted and having the right mentor, having the right coach, and having the right program. Okay, till next time, thank you so much for watching. This is Reynaldo speaking from Enlightened Super Trader Education. Take care and happy trading.